Welcome to the Clock Tower. I'm Brandon, and today we're playing Mushoku Tensei versus Pre-Banlist Data Live. This is the deck that was previewed earlier this week in the video, so make sure you check that out. And then
the operative term for this DAL list, of course, being pre-ban list, because we are recording this the same day that Bushiroad announced that there would be a ban list. We have no idea what's going to be on it.
so I'm grateful that our Clock Talk is going to be on Tuesday this next week, so that way we have some time to be able to review what's been the information that we get coming out tomorrow. So
yeah, we'll find out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Swing here for 2. So, in a nutshell, for those that maybe haven't seen the video, what is the game plan for this Mushoku Tensei list?
essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to win board at 1 and try to use that to carry over into the end game, trying to spend very few amounts of stock, keeping your stock clean with the back row brainstormer, basically using that power to carry through, kind of like you would in a normal 8 standby deck. You have a lot of opportunities for twin drive with this deck, so use those opportunities to clean your stock as you go to hopefully keep getting compressed and whatnot. I also run the event package to be able to help with that. It's at 4-5 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do it this way. We'll stand by her up to the front because her condition is even better than yours for 7-5. Doesn't have Encore, but I don't think you can touch 7-5 at this point offensively. So, front for 1.
And that goes away. I can ditch 1 and look it up to 4.
It's going to be really interesting because I think the game's really going to be decided on the early stages. This was one of the matchups that I was really looking forward to seeing how they would interact and play together. Obviously, that's going to change slightly this after tomorrow. So,
right. Yeah, no, we'll definitely see.
It's back down to 2-5 on your turn.
We'll side for 2.
Cancel 1.
I'll take that.
Draw 1. Play this down. I'm going to look at the top card of your deck. I will ditch to salvage the event. I already have 2 climaxes. Yeah. I can't get to 1 here. I think I only really want to side. I'm going to front here because I'm bigger for 1. I know it's going to stick.
1's good.
And then, even if you run the Rick, you wouldn't get 1 on this turn. Because I think hitting 1 first is important here. So, I'll reverse your character and be done.
Basically, do I want to bet that you don't have another one of those? Because I could theoretically just pass turn here.
You could. You have 2 stocks. You could actually get some power down.
I mean, not a 0.
No, but if I push you to 1.
Yeah, no.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, obviously getting to 1 is the goal. And this list doesn't run the Ricky. So it's not like I could just like double Ricky myself either. Because the thing is, like, it's not like I'm pushing you either, right? If I like, there's no such thing as slamming a climax for soul damage in a 8 standby list. So like, what am I gonna do? Push you to 1-2 at the most?
Yeah. Well, whereas on the flip side, I could potentially push you for damage here if you're with open lanes.
Right. But I'm also only out 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Like.
So like, you know, the odds of me getting a cancel is decent. I could also chump block with something if I really felt like it.
Well, I mean, you have 8 cards in hand, so you're going to lose 1 card from hand either way.
Yeah, so I'll just chump block with this card that I don't like anyway, and then pass turn. Because I don't know if you have another one. We'll find out.
Play that one down. Check here real fast. I don't have one there. I'm going to do this. Comics placement. Grab that one. And then the other one. Grab that one. And then standby. Front here at 8-5 for 1.
Cancel 1.
Direct. Play that over this one. For 1, 2, 3. And then the last one for, yeah. Okay. So I'm sitting at 9 5s here, and then 4 5 here. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Pop this back into my hand. We'll give power here.
Yep.
And then first thing we'll do is we'll crash here for 1.
Cancels.
Side here for 1 in standby.
Mm-hmm.
And then an 8-5 for 1.
Yep. Draw 1. Okay.
And then we'll give the 1500 here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Put that there for now. To brainstorm. Event. to hand and discarding event to get this one, and then I'm just gonna put it straight into waiting room.
Okay.
Which one gets the Toka power?
This one.
Okay.
So this one should be 12. And then 8, 5, 3, 5.
We're gonna go into an attack phase.
Okay, what's everybody at power-wise?
10, 9, 5, 9, 5.
10, 9, 5, 9, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pay the stock to switch these two then.
Yep. Swing here for 2, 3. Standby out. This one to make that 11.
Okay. For 2? 3?
3.
Cancel on 3.
I'm going to front here at 10, 5 with the power tie.
I'll back it up.
Side here.
So hold on, how much did you swing here for?
Oh, it was for 2.
Cancel on 1.
And then side for 0.
On reverse. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, well, on reverse.
Yep, on reverse to your
top
thing.
check. And then you side here for 0, you
Yep.
said?
I'm going to pay
Okay.
3 to Encore.
Okay. How big are these now?
10 5s.
Okay.
And 11 here.
Okay. Draw. Clock draw 2. Yeah, we'll drop this, bring this back, give power here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll drop in another Yoshino. Crash this here to bottom deck this. Yep. For 2.
Cancel on 2.
Swing here. For 3 at 11-5.
Yep. I'm down to 9-5.
Yep. Okay, both your 1-0 backups are in waiting room, so I'm going to swing.
Yep.
For 2.
Yep.
Power here.
Mm-hmm. Draw 1. That's off. Brainstorm. That's waiting room. Okay. Which one has the power?
The one in the middle.
Okay. Oh man, as much as I dislike this. If I put this here, you're at 12 in the middle?
I am at 12 in the middle.
Okay. Do you have a second counter? I don't think you do. I put this here, right? No. I rest this to give this one on reverse. Send it to stock and remove the bottom card of your stock into waiting room.
Okay.
Okay. It also gets the one in the middle gets 1,000 power from being placed with this one.
Okay. How big is everybody then?
Currently, they're both 10 right now in the front row. Bounce this to hand to give this one again power, so it's at 12. The other one's at 10. To bring this one into the front row. When it's in the front row, everybody else gets 15, so it becomes 11, 5, 13, 5.
Okay.
Now I go into attack phase. So if you'd like to use Yoshino, you could.
I will.
I will front here first for 2, but I will send yours to stock.
Just goes to stock?
It goes to stock, and you remove the bottom card of your stock into waiting room.
I was gonna say, I mean, thanks.
No, which drops the one in the middle down 1,000. So it significantly bigger here. Should be outside of counter range now. For 2.
2's good. Draw. So how big is your board?
It is at 11, 5, 11, 5, and 11, 5 as well. No, 12, sorry. The extra 500, yep. Because this is the part where it gets to like the defensive battle, right? Like you're trying to figure out who can win defensively and offensively at the same time.
Yeah.
Like Yoshino is like the biggest problem against this deck with that, right? Because Yoshino can just field swap anything and everything. So it's like you have to have a pretty well balanced board, both offensively and defensively, as well as having like the right power thresholds. Had I had a counter in hand on the previous round, I would have been able to at least save a lane to help with that a little bit better, but are you going to shuffle it back too?
Yep.
Yeah. Because then you're side attacking, you should be avoiding the reflect. Because you're avoiding battle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is going to become more important.
Mm-hmm.
Or like at least some version of the profile, whether it's that or the LF.
Which, to be fair, is the same card.
Right. Just gonna play 8 of this profile.
Decompress yourself. Do it.
Decompress yourself, and then immediately like just scry it all to the bottom, and then play the refresh counter. Like that's the whole game plan.
Oh, gross.
It's not any grosser than this.
No, I know.
This 8 standby battle of attrition that the whole meta has become now. I'm having fun. Are you?
That's what tomorrow's for, Colton.
Not looking forward to it.
I know.
Spoilers for Tuesday.
You don't have the 3-2 assist in the back in your waiting room.
I do.
That was my fears. You were going to stand by that out and then be like...
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's the goal, right? And the hope, honestly, the hope is that, like, I trigger it, and still can... But, I don't even have it. So, like you said, it's realistically, it would probably just be if I do trigger here, it's probably just a Yoshino over this.
Probably, but
Just again, because again, like that's how I deal with your board, especially now that you have a level 3 out that I could potentially deal with it. So, yeah, I don't think you have the counter because you didn't before, and like I see 3 of your counters in your waiting room right now already. So like, unless you're holding one right now, I don't think you are. You might be, but like I mean, I've seen 2 level 1 counters and 2 level 2 counters, and right now all but one of the level 1 counters are accounted for.
mm-hmm.
Haha.
All from
So
those ones, yeah.
unless you like just drew it. So I'm going to side here,
Mm-hmm.
give the power here.
Right, because that also gives
side
power.
for 2.
Right.
Yep, it gives power to the middle. In this case,
2 sticks.
And then we'll swing here at 12 for 3.
I do have a counter. It's an anti-change counter.
Oh, you have still another counter.
Yeah, I do.
That's just the future of 8 standby now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is everyone's just going to run 7 counters to protect their 2/2s.
Those for 3. Cancel 1.
We'll side.
Mm-hmm. For 1.
For standby. Nice. So it's for 1.
Yeah, for 1, and you get to step over to stand on the character you just crashed. Yeah. Yep. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm. Because 8 standby versus 8 standby is all about whoever hits the most triggers.
Hi.
I'm having fun. Are you?
I'm going to be home very soon.
Power here. Pass turn.
I had to finish up recording. Okay.
Found your climaxes if they were missing.
Well, 1.
Yep.
2.
Yeah, I mean, just get a fistful of backups. Like that's the whole game now.
Right. Best part, I don't have any of my level 3 combo pieces in waiting room.
Yeah.
So I get this one, the Bonder for the event,
I guess.
because then I can rest this to give. I'm going to give it to this one. Because
Okay.
you're going to use the Yoshino over here on Paul. So
His name is Paul. He definitely deserves to get yeeted to the bottom of your deck.
Hey now, don't be hating on Paul.
His name is Paul.
Don't be hating on Paul.
I'm not hating on Paul. Just his name.
Play over it with this one. To ditch for the event, and then place that event, so I can actually, get one of these pieces.
Right.
Shuffle. Discard that one. Okay. So 12, huh?
12.
Okay. And you have no counters in the waiting room, because of course you don't. Okay. I already know Yoshino's going to run there. Well, if I don't have... Okay. We're going to go with this. Just reminding that he has
Okay.
twin drive. I'm reminding myself that he has twin
Okay.
drive.
Okay. We're going to stand and swap?
Yep. I'm going to front here first.
Yep.
For 3. That is helpful. And then I'm kicking that one to stock, do the same thing. Okay. That drops your board down 1. So it's at 11.5. Or it's at 11. Versus 11.5.
How big is your board at right now?
Currently 11.5s.
Okay.
I side here because no, not today.
We have words for that where I come from.
I'm gonna pay 1 to twin drive as well.
We have even more words.
For 2.
It kind of rhymes with coward. Paul's a coward. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Paul's a coward.
You know what? That's fine. He can be a coward. Now is the real question of the day. What do I do with you? I am 500 over. I think the likelihood here is I trigger. So I'm actually going to side.
Wow.
I think that's the play, because, like, you're still relatively compressed here. Like, you're going into your level 3, so you're going to heal it off anyway. I think I side here. For 1.
Cancel on 1.
See? Giving me grief.
Draw. This... I have feelings. We're going to drop this. Top, check.
Yeah.
Draw it.
Yeah, top check into your combo. I see how it is.
And then we'll ditch again to draw. How big is everybody?
They are all 11.5s.
Well, we'll overplay this with this to heal it off.
Notably, if you get rid of him from field, that drops my board by 1,500 power.
Yeah, no, it drops your board by a lot.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, because these are, you said 11.5, and they would lose 1,500 if this got...
Yeah, they drop down to 10Ks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna...
To be fair, you did see me grab 2 counters, but...
I also know that the biggest counters that you have are 2 5s, I'm pretty sure.
They are. Notably, I do have a tap counter here.
I'll let you pay for. I will 100% let you do that. Not even remotely worried about that. Because that is too much for that effect. Unless it's literally about to kill you. We will drop the power. Which bumps this to 12.5 and this to 13.5.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we will definitely yeet Paul to the bottom of the deck for 1.
Yep. Bye, Paul. It's been nice knowing you. Oh, no.
This is what makes Dal good. If Yoshino didn't exist, Dal would be just another 8 standby list. But Yoshino is the key.
Okay.
For so many reasons.
Okay. No, we're still good. Okay. We can do this.
So now, how big are you here? 10 across the board, right?
Yes, I am now 10K across the board.
Okay. So I am now 12.5 here and 13.5 here.
Yeah, you are bigger.
So I'm gonna kill the thing that I know I'm out of counter range for 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're in an interesting position because I would you're going to counter this and we're both gonna die, more likely than not. But I really think it's important that I get this clock into your level zone. So I'm gonna do it. I'm just swing at 12-5. I'm gonna make you play the counter.
Do I want to pay the stock for it? I don't know I want to pay the stock for it.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. So I'm gonna swing in at 12-5 for 2.
Cancels.
Wow.
Well,
I thought you had it in hand.
No, I didn't. I knew they were both in there, and I'm like, so I was going to refresh decent here and be able to pull off the events because of it. Like, because I'm going to clock here. I don't need the bonder because
So that's interesting. You're gonna clock into this bad compression state. Fair enough.
refresh 2, refresh point, event 1, event 2, event 3, 1.
Just more backups.
Well, I have the other pieces I need. Normally, what I would really want here, something I don't have on my list that would actually have been super helpful here, climax swap. It didn't make the cut, and
You and I have argued about this off screen, I guess, so many times.
yeah, I know.
I'm so insistent on the presence of climax swap in every list, and Brandon's like, "No, it'll be fine." We've had this argument so many times. So this is 14, and nothing can. There are no backups or assists, right?
Yep.
Okay.
With that in mind, oh, which one got the power? I assume the Kermi did.
It would have been this one for
Yeah.
sure. I didn't declare, but it definitely would have been the bigger
So
one.
it's at 14.
Yeah, I think we're tied. Which I'm pretty sure, like, you have something that will deal with that.
Yeah, I can give it power. That's not the issue here.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No,
14's a pretty low threshold.
it is. The issue becomes, what do I do in the other spots?
Well, now we're at the point where it's like, we've been in the trenches for the past, 3 levels.
Yeah.
And now it's just whose combo can close. Well, who has the combo?
No!
Realistically, who has the combo and who can close with it?
Well, that changes that. Okay. This will seem interesting. Brainstorm. Hit 1. Okay. Yeah.
I honestly don't really know what off level 3s you're playing here. I know that you can only really get one instance of your combo at this point.
So if I had been smart and actually clocked the right color, I would have played that. But I definitely didn't. I have this one, which was my initial plan, hoping I would get the climax.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be that. To bounce this one back to hand to play this one down and top check. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is for 2.
2's good.
going to cancel for 3. Another standby. That's why I needed it in the waiting room. For 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Draw.
Now see what you can do. That one. My characters get small, so they're only 9s on your turn. And then the 10k with Encore.
Fair enough.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't have the right climax. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I drew into 2 copies of this. And never found either of my swappers. So, like, even though I went with 2 climax swap, I never saw it.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing we were talking about before.
Yep. So, we're just gonna hope it works. But it probably won't. So, we're gonna swing here for 3 and standby.
Cancel on 3. Okay. Okay, so I live.
For 3.
I am gonna counter there.
Interesting, because that's not really in your best interest, honestly.
Keep my combo alive.
To clear the lane?
I'm gonna lose the other. Oh, I'm gonna. Yeah. It's a burn 2. That's where I was thinking of more.
Fair enough. Still for 3.
Cancel on 1.
And then side for 0.
Gay deck.
Did you not get your climax again?
I drew the other one.
Of course you did.
But to be fair, 3 of the 4 were already in waiting room, so the likelihood I drew into it was not high.
Sure, it's mocking
yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Now I have yellow, so I play Paul.
Yeah.
So I could try to reflect on your turn. Play that there, and then switch and play over. Try to go 2s across the board.
Sure. No, it makes sense.
Yeah. There first, so I can't counter for 2. Yeah.
Finally.
I know, right? Yeah.
And with Dow almost certainly just getting absolutely nuked this weekend, it's going to be Mushoku Tensei and Slime. And that's going to be the whole meta for a while. With a little bit of Kaguya, because Kaguya is like a 1k1 deck that wants to be a standby deck when it grows up.
But we saw a couple of anti-meta decks play pretty well because they were playing into and recognized they were playing into this, right? Yeah. So.
Right. Sure. Yeah, but that's just the point. Like, that's not meta, that's anti-meta. That is specifically trying to deal with 8 standby. And let's be real, like, if Beaufry doesn't play 7 Data Live lists at Rumble, it doesn't win Rumble. And that was a great meta call. Like, I mean, that's not a slight at the guy who played it. Like, he made a great meta call. But if you want to play something that isn't 8 standby, you literally have to play something that is directly anti-standby and won't play well into anything that isn't 8 standby. Because all of your pluses have to deal with standby, as opposed to being like normal hand or field pluses. Yeah. So we'll see what happens this weekend. Like, we'll see if Data Live is still playable after this weekend. We'll see if Slime is playable after this weekend. Who knows? Maybe Bushiroad will do the right thing and just ban all standby triggers. We'll find out. In any case, thanks for joining us. We'll be back on Tuesday with the Clock Talk as we dissect whatever happens on Friday, plus that JP stream. We'll have a conversation about our Lord and Savior Lightning McQueen, and we'll go from there. So until then, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.
We'll see you then.